I said this before and I'll say it again. Ignorance is a choice, but don't pick up that black Hebrew Israelite ignorance because it'll leave your head in a ditch or it'll leave you blind or the blind leading the blind. And we do not want that, people. Not at all.
Should black people love white people?
Matthew 5:43 through 48. You have heard that it was said, you should love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, this is Jesus, by the way, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven. So in order to be considered a son of the Father who is in heaven, you have to love your enemy and pray for those who persecute you. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? If you greet only your brothers, what more are you doing than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? You therefore must be perfect, as your Father in heaven is perfect. So in order to be perfect and considered a son of the Father who is in heaven, we have to love our enemies. Whether that's white, purple, brown, blue, I don't care what it is. Love your enemies.
Should black people love white people?
And so that would be what's the definition of love? Questions, old man. Just answer the damn questions. In the biblical text, it says love your enemy.
Well, in the biblical text, love is following the commandments.
Right.
If we follow Jesus' teaching, then we are following the commandments of God, because he is our example. Luke 6:35. But love your enemies and do good, and lend without expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you'll be sons of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. This verse totally goes against those imposters, philosophy, doctrine, and mindset. Like I said, whether your enemy is white, purple, brown, blue, I don't care what it is. Proverbs 25:21 through 22. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. This is the Old Testament. Proverbs 24:17. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles. But I know a lot of black Hebrew Israelites who sit on the corner talking about they can't wait for that day when they take them into slavery. And I can't wait for your pappy to be strung off on drugs. That sounds like you happy for your enemy to fall, which contradicts what the Bible says, and this is the Old Testament. I have multiple ammunition in the New Testament, but like I said, I could shoot a few bullets from the Old Testament as well. Like I said, ignorance is a choice, but you don't want to pick up that black Hebrew Israelite ignorance because it'll leave your head in the ditch and it'll leave you blind or the blind leading the blind. And we cannot let that happen, people. This is a system of Babylon, and we need to come out of it. And anyone belonging to it needs to come out of it.